to Filipina Reaction TV. Hi, my name is Karen.
Hi, my name is Princess.
And now guys, we have another reaction for today guys. 10 things not to do in Pakistan. Now, let's watch guys.
Yes.
As you know, I recently spent 10 days traveling all around Pakistan, during which time I had loads of fun and also learned quite a few spicy things about this beautiful, beautiful country. Here are the top 10 things you should never ever be doing in Pakistan. Number 1, do not be surprised if the intelligence officers join you for lunch. So when I was traveling around Pakistan, I made my way to this city called Peshawar that's at the border with Afghanistan, and me and my friend Flo, we hired a driver to get us to the mountains. Now, once we got to the mountains, we stopped at some sort of a restaurant for lunch, and we were sitting there eating and stuff. Our driver was at a mosque praying, and then all of a sudden these two guys come to us and they're like, hello, where are you from, blah blah blah, all these questions. And first we think, they just want to make friends because, in Pakistan everyone's very friendly and hospitable. But turns out they were actually people working for the intelligence. So they wanted to see our passports and know where we're going, and they asked all these questions from us and also our driver. It was really intense. But apparently they did it because those areas are restricted for foreigners, and obviously they wanted to see that we have the permissions and they wanted to make sure we're safe and stuff. So we were never intimidated for even a second, but it was still funny that, we're having lunch and intelligence officers come up and start talking to us, and they sat down and shook our hands and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. Number 2 is, do not be surprised if the people in Pakistan are more hospitable than anywhere you've ever seen. So the thing about Pakistan is that, they absolutely love foreigners visiting their land because obviously showing respect to them, and they're such incredibly hospitable people. It's crazy. I mean, I was hosted in Pakistan a few times. Once, for example, by this wonderful woman, once again in Peshawar, called Nabila. And then everyone around her was so nice to us. Like, her son took us out to this football match with his friends. So all of his friends were like treating us to foods and drinks, and they were inviting us to stay over with them. And then literally anywhere else I ever went in Pakistan, everyone was this kind, like there would be situations where me and my friend would be having lunch at a random restaurant, and then some sort of a guy would actually pay for us without even talking to us, right? So once we finish eating, we go to the cash desk and we want to pay, and they say, no, someone already paid for you, but they left. I mean, crazy. I experienced so many wonderful acts of kindness there, and dude, I don't know. It felt so heartwarming. It's insane. Number 3, and it's very, very important, do not forget to learn a couple of words from the Pakistan's unofficial anthem. So once again, when I was hanging out with some friends watching the football match, one of the guys had a guitar with him, and he was apparently a great singer. So he sang us this unofficial anthem of Pakistan that's called Dil Dil Pakistan. So basically the chorus goes like this: Dil Dil Pakistan, Jan Jan Pakistan. That means Pakistan is in my heart, Pakistan is in my soul, and literally every single person all around the country knows that song because they grew up with it and everyone loves that song. And the guy was singing it to us, and it was so good, it's insane. Check it out.
Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan, dil, Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan,
It was so fun, and actually the song is pretty good, so yeah, check it out. Number 4 is, don't think people are angry, just smile. So there were quite a few situations when traveling around Pakistan, various Pakistani men would look at me and they would seem a bit angry, like this. And then I'd be thinking, why do they look angry? What's happening, So I wouldn't know what to do, so I would look at them and I would just start smiling like and then they would start smiling with these huge smiles and laughing and saying hello and stuff, So I guess the reason they looked that way was because they were simply so curious that, there's a foreigner in Pakistan, wow, that's cool. Number 5 is, don't worry when the police film you on buses. So apparently every time you're gonna take a bus in Pakistan and you're gonna be crossing like different districts, different cities and stuff, there will be different checkpoints because once again, around 10 years ago, Pakistan had quite a few problems with terrorism and stuff, and obviously the security there is incredibly tight. So whenever you're crossing those checkpoints, the police will always come on board, and they have a camera with them, and they film every single passenger, their faces, so that they could identify those people, and in case anything happens, they could know when that person entered the city and all that stuff. I guess it's very good for security reasons. So don't worry, just smile, chill, and everything's gonna be okay. let's take a very short break here, you legend. Now that I told you the 5 things not to do in Pakistan, I also want to say that I recently launched this new really cool channel called Stay Curious, where we are making very short educational videos about the beautiful world we live in. And obviously we have some cool videos about Pakistan as well as some other countries around the world. So check us out in the description box down below. Binge on as many videos as you like and see where life takes you. Thank you so much. Let's get back to the video. Number 6, and this one was actually very strange to me, I didn't expect it, and that is, do not be surprised if the locals don't understand that you're a foreigner. So if you're gonna spend some time in the north of Pakistan, for example, once in Peshawar or up in the mountains, the crazy thing about it will be that you will see a lot of people who are locals, born and raised in Pakistan, but they look very much like, I don't know, Europeans, you know, white, some of them have brown hair or even blonde hair. It's pretty crazy, like blue eyes and stuff, you know? So when we were in those areas, sometimes people would look at us and they wouldn't even understand that we're foreigners, you know what I mean? They would actually think we're just some tribes people from the north of Pakistan just chilling or hanging out. And so the only way they would actually understand that we were not from Pakistan was when they heard us speaking English, you know? That's the only way. Number 7 is, do not expect to get to the mountains in the northern part of Pakistan fast. So the infrastructure in Pakistan was actually so much better than I thought. I mean, the roads were great, the highways were great and stuff, but not in the north. When you go to the north, I mean, there's obviously a lot of beautiful mountain village, crazy valleys, rivers, mountains, you know, everything is great. But at the same time, the roads weren't the best at all. So yeah, it generally took us so much time to get to the north because, I mean, there were so many holes in the roads and stuff. And I guess it makes sense because in the mountains it's very hard to maintain them, right? So yeah, don't expect to get there fast. It's gonna take you a while and you're gonna be sitting in the car like this for like hours, you know? So grab some water, grab some snacks, and enjoy the ride. Number 8 is, don't be upset when Uber drivers ask you where you're going. This happens in quite a few different cities in Pakistan, but mostly in the capital called Islamabad. So imagine, it was so weird. Every time I would call an Uber driver, they would always text me and say, where you go, where you go, where you're going, or in Urdu, I think it's Jana ke hai or something like this. And then I felt weird because they don't ever do this anywhere else, you know? So I wouldn't want to reply because I'm like, dude, I just called you, come here. But apparently the reason they ask is because there are some locations on Uber that are very, very hard to reach. So on Uber, they get like 5 times less money than the general rate, you know? But if they pick you up, then they have to take you there for very little money. And obviously it does make sense that they ask. So it was a bit upsetting for me, but once one of the drivers explained it to me, I went, oh, okay, it's fine, yeah, sorry. So don't be upset, just answer where you're going and they will definitely pick you up. Number 9 is a little spicy, but don't tell those Uber drivers you're going to New Delhi. Oh my god, I actually feel kind of bad about it. But once again, at first when I didn't know why they're asking me, it was so upsetting. I'm like, dude, just come, you know? So I would sometimes reply, I'm not gonna tell you, just come there or whatever. And they would say, no, I'm not gonna come, tell me, you know? We would have these like funny conversations. And with one driver, I said, like, I was just upset that he kept asking me like 5 times. So I said, I'm going to New Delhi, bro, you know? And he got actually so angry and he canceled the ride and stuff. Cause, I mean, you know, there's a lot of beef between India and Pakistan. And of course it makes sense. So, I mean, to us, it was just a joke. And like a funny joke, I guess. Cause obviously you could never go to New Delhi, you know, on Uber. But I'm sorry to that driver if he's ever watching the video. Hope you don't mind. And finally, number 10, and a very, very, very important thing is, do not ever say no to hanging out with the locals. Once again, as I said, traveling around Pakistan, I met so many wonderful, beautiful, kind, and nice local people. It completely blew me away. I was hanging out with different guides and friends and followers and couch surfing hosts and, you know, whoever else, and every single one of those experiences was amazing. So once again, like going to see the football match, seeing someone sing, exploring the city together, meeting other people together, or even being hosted in a wonderful room that apparently made my boy Flo very happy. But yeah, so if anyone's ever inviting you to hang out and stuff on Couchsurfing or any other platforms you trust, definitely don't say no. It's most likely going to be a wonderful experience that you will enjoy to the moon and back. Thank you so much. See you next time and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace.
What can you say about the things in Pakistan? Do not do in Pakistan.
I don't think that there's law that don't do that in Pakistan, because I know that everything you can do in there like that.
Yeah.
So I surprised that there are 10
Things
10 things that
do not do.
I'm gonna not to do in Pakistan. So I don't think that if there are 10 things like that. Only that.
You wanna break these rules if you are in
No,
Pakistan?
no,
No.
no.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell button for the notification guys. Thank you so much.